Hello, everybody. My name is JRHerring, and I want to talk to you today about Samuel Langhorne Clemens. Most of you probably know him better as Mark Twain. Here's a picture. May look familiar. Samuel Clemens was born in 1835 and in a small town named Florida, Missouri. After a few years, I think he was 4 years old, his family moved from Florida, Missouri to Hannibal, Missouri. Hannibal, Missouri was right on the Mississippi River, so it was a river town, and he really enjoyed living there. He lived there from the time he was 4 until he was 17, so he saw a lot of things there, and that's where a lot of his inspiration for his later books came from. He learned about steamboats and riverboats, and at 12 years old, after his father had passed away, he was looking for a job, any job, anywhere, and the Hannibal Courier let him start working. And at 15 years old, he got a job as a printer and occasional writer and editor for the Hannibal Western Union, which was a small newspaper. When he was 21 years old, he actually began piloting a steamboat on the Mississippi River and became a licensed pilot in 1859. And he loved his career. He loved being on the Mississippi River, and after just a few years, though, the Civil War started, and most of the civilian traffic on the river was shut off. So, well, he decided, I'll join the Confederacy, because that's where he was. And he only stayed in the Confederate Army for about 2 weeks, and then his little volunteer band disbanded. Then he took a stagecoach out west and figured, well, he'll start and become a silver miner. Well, in California, he stayed in this little shack and wrote the story about the Calaveras County frog, the jumping frog of Calaveras County, which was one of the first works that had ever been published for him. And he realized, well, I can actually make some money at this. So he started writing more. Started working at a newspaper at the Virginia City Territorial Enterprise, and he feverishly wrote all kinds of articles for the newspaper. few years later, he decided he would move back east and got married to Olivia Langdon and tried to have a family. And then he started writing his own books. And this is just a small sampling of, these are the major works that he wrote. There's 2.5 pages. The Innocents Abroad, Roughing It, The Gilded Age with Charles Dudley Warner, The Adventures of Tom Sawyer, I'm sure most of you know what that is, A Tramp Abroad, The Prince and the Pauper, Life on the Mississippi, Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. The list goes on and on. He wrote pretty extensively, and his writing was always with a little bit of humor, and he always kept that sense of thoughtfulness, and he always had a good heart with everything. And I just really enjoyed listening to my parents read me his stories when I was really little, and I enjoyed reading them to my children as they were growing up. And I believe he was one of the greatest American authors ever. And I hope that you've gained a little bit of insight on some things maybe you may not have known about Samuel Langhorne Clemens. Have a great day.